Hey, we're going to be checking out the booth at Super Impulse here at Toy Fair. They always have some surprises and some new items forthcoming. We're definitely looking forward to a couple. I don't want to spill it, but you may have seen it online already. So you can see one of them right over my shoulder. But let's go check it out.
So here we have PopTaters, which are Mr. Potato Head and pop culture mashups. These were released a few years ago, and since then we've added licenses like Godzilla, One Piece, The Office, Masters of the Universe, Sonic, Elf on the Shelf, The Big Lebowski, and more. To add to the line, late last year we launched PopTaters Tots, which are around 2 inches, but still have all these removable parts and licensed characters to collect. So the first drop had 6 licenses. And for 2026, we're introducing a few new licenses to the PopTaters Tots lineup. So we've got Frankenstein and His Bride, Skeletor, Ernie, Hatsune Miku, and Godzilla. Just like their full-size counterparts, you can mix and match their parts. And then one thing I didn't point out about the full-size ones are they all come with an original Mr. Potato Head piece. But yeah, the licenses continue to grow. These will come out later in 2026. These are just prototypes for the show. But follow us on Super Impulse to stay in the loop. So we have a pretty robust world's smallest electronics collection now. If you're familiar with our tiny arcade games, we're happy to share that we'll be expanding this year and bringing back the Centipede and Asteroids tiny arcades, which we haven't stocked for a few years. We also have a world's smallest Tetris launching this year in a few assorted colors. Last year we launched the Electric Football, Gigapets, and Bop It Extreme. So the overall collection continues to grow. And these are all available on Amazon for the most part and specialty retailers. Here we have our micro figures. These are all 1.25-inch figures that come with a collectible display case and a miniature figure based on popular licenses. In the last few months, we launched a Peanuts collection featuring Charlie Brown and some of his friends. And then we also launched an Elf on the Shelf micro figure. So here we have World's Smallest, which is Super Impulse's bread and butter brand. They're all licensed miniatures, working miniatures based on popular licenses, games, toys, etc. We have several new products launching for 2026. The first that I'll point out here is Aqua Dragons, which are live aquatic animals that start off as eggs, but once you add water and feed them, they grow into fully living little creatures, as you can see here. These have been growing for a few weeks. They reproduce as long as you keep them healthy and fed. We also have nano blocks. So as you can see, these are little buildable figurines. We have a parakeet, a lion, and a giant panda, also launching in a few months. And then we've got the world's smallest Beyblades. These are exciting for us. These should be coming out later this year as well. We also have My Pet Monster and the original Stife Bear from the 1880s, I believe, the first one ever launched, and it has the original hang tag on the ear. And obviously it's officially licensed like all our other world's smallest products. We do also have a few new games being added to the collection this year. So we've got What Do You Meme, the adult and family versions. We also have the No Mercy version of Uno being added to the line. We've got Zingo, Rush Hour, Let's Go Fishing, Guess Who, that one I'm excited about, and Gator Golf. And then for fans of Spike Ball, we're also adding Spike Ball to the collection this year. We do also, have a few more plush and figurines being added. So we're finally adding Yo Gabba Gabba to the collection this year. These are launching actually in a few weeks. But we've got plush, and then we also have 2 of the characters as stretchies. We also have a Cupid doll, world's smallest doll, launching this year, as well as Koosh. And then we launched several Peanuts products in 2025 in tandem with the anniversary. And this year we're adding the mini lunchbox and Snoopy Etch-a-Sketch.
All right, we're just going to pan through all the product here that we have on display. Now, this has already been released, but I know you love seeing it, or you might not be aware of it. They have everything from games here to the world's smallest in the Barbie line. Of course, saw some of those launch around the Barbie movie. We have some of the world's smallest Barbie house. We got more games here from Boggle to Battleship. And remember, these are all fully functional. They have all the tiny pieces. They have a way for you to pack them up a little bit for traveling. But these are all fully functional games. They are not just models. And they go great with your 12 scale or 6 scale action figures because they are just the right size. So if you wanted to have your guys hanging out, playing with these toys, and then some kind of scene pose, I mean, it's perfect for that. And you might see a lot of the promotional material from Super Impulse of different larger figures holding these smaller figures because it's just the right scale. So it just happens to work out. So again, they have everything here from Elf on the Shelf. Exploding Kittens was new last year, and it's a fully playable card game. It has all the really small cards in there for you to perfect for you to take on the go. And we got some classics like Gumby in both the keychain version and in the smaller figure version. Hot Wheels has been a popular line for them. There's track, there's cars, there's play sets, and all sorts of other surprises. It's not just classic figures and games, but they also have sports. They have Nerf. So another line they're launching this year is the foam footballs. Of course, you could see the Neodo. That's an older line for them as well. You have the 8 balls. You have the Monchichi. That was new last year. You have a Light Bright. Who doesn't like a Light Bright? You have your classic Hungry Hippos, Jenga. Here's some more of the Koosh we were just talking about. The new that's going to be new for this year. And then they have a Nerf line. It's gotten quite extensive, and they are adding to that, but they don't have it here to show off yet. But you can see all these blasters, and they come with these little micro darts. They actually do work. I think we might have done a review of one in the past, so you get a sense of what those look like. But just panning around here again, all of these are new. Now, the Polaroids don't actually spit out small Polaroids. They're just little plastic cartridges that simulate the effect, but it does not make little micro pictures. Spirograph fans, yes, they make a little Spirograph. You see Slinky, yes, it's a real working Slinky. So that is an option for you there. Stretch Armstrong, we had that one. It lasted us a while. Yes, it actually works. And then they have sort of classic elements. Again, like I said, great scale for your action figures. They have the little red radio flyer wagon. So you could definitely use those in your environments. And rounded up here, we got some Tech Deck. We got some more games. We have that classic snow cone maker. So you could get the larger versions of those now out in stores, but the classic one. The Super Soaker line is also continuing this year. There'll be a new one of these adding to the line. They do hold some water. They do work. Great to put in your pocket and take out on the road. And then we just have a couple more elements like was that light box, scratch and draw. We have some of the little waterfall objects, the Woolly Willy with the magnetic aspect. And then there's always a Viewmaster, and that size is just amazing. And you get it in blue or red. So just a whole bunch of stuff here from the world of Super Impulse. Just come check out their product line. You can get that online or in stores as well. You could usually find it in Target. All right, that was fun. And over my shoulder, you can see that Nerf that they didn't have on display, as well as the new Super Soaker for the minis there and that great My Pet Monster. Yes, the chain does break apart. That was a prototype that they had on display there, but there is a version where you can see the chain length there, where the chains actually do break apart on that mini My Pet Monster. We're looking at the fall release frame for that one, so stay tuned. We'll grab a copy and then show you guys when we get a chance. But that is all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you at the next booth.